Hey y'all, what's up? So as y'all can tell by today's video's title, I will be showing y'all what I eat in a day. I kind of been on like this weight loss journey as well as like a health journey. So keep in mind, I do work out pretty much every single day. And if I do take a break, it's like 2 days out a week, but that's not normally what I do, because if I do a rest day, it'll be more of an active rest day. Yeah, anyway, I'm rambling. What I eat a day can pretty much vary depending on the day of the time I have, if I'm eating leftovers or if I'm just taking a meal from another one. So it just varies, but this is what I have done. Also, if you want to comment below any suggestions or anything you would like to see me cook as well, definitely do that below, because y'all know your girl is just, I've been chefing it up, child, and y'all know before I wasn't chefing like that, but now I'm chefing like that. So, you know, you see me. Okay, you guys, so first things first, we're going to start off with breakfast. I'm going to be using these gluten-free oats that I love, the Chobani. This is some yogurt I really like as well, and some almond milk. And we're going to be using some fresh cut strawberries. So I also want to tell you guys something that's been helping me out with my journey of being healthy is using this app called Yucca. This is not sponsored at all, and it's a free app, and I suggest you guys download it. But pretty much you can scan barcodes and it'll let you know if the item is healthy, and it'll rate it out of 100. So if it's not healthy, it'll be like a red dot and say poor. But most of these things, well, pretty much everything is going to be healthy in this video. And I'm going to be using some raw honey because that's a natural sweetener. Now, I wanted to do like some oats, and I promise you it's been a journey to get the perfect consistency to make me some oats, but I think I finally got it down. I like to eat these for breakfast because they seem a lot more lighter and they do fill me up a lot more. And it's just a lot more healthy than what I was doing before. I was doing a lot of turkey bacon, which is okay, but I really am trying to lose weight. So this is something that I've decided to use, and it's been working for me. Now I'm just going to put my yogurt in as well as sprinkle my oats over top. And then as you guys see me proceed on, I'm going to put some fruit and do some milk as well. So this is typically my breakfast, and a lot of times I won't even eat the whole bowl. I'll eat like half of the bowl and then just save the other half for breakfast tomorrow as well. And then I'm just going to go ahead and take the strawberries and pretty much cut them up pretty small. I don't want really big chunks, but you know, just a medium size, whatever size works for you. And then you don't have to also use strawberries as well. I do have raspberries in my bowl also that I cleansed. So it's just up to your liking of what fruit you would choose to use for your bowl. Oh, and also I'm using some blueberries as well. So this is my little bunch of fruit that I'm actually going to end up using. It's going to be strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries today. So I'm just going to spread them out evenly in the bowl just to make sure that everything is like, you know, the proper amount. So when I do a spoonful, I'm kind of getting a little bit of everything overall. And I absolutely love raspberries, child. Like, they're a little sour, but I love them. But I got to give me a little Instagram pic, of course. And then once I go ahead and do that, I'm going to put some milk in. Now, this is the almond milk, and this helps the milk. The oats actually soak up the milk. That's what makes them a little bit more swollen. So yeah, you don't have to use as much milk. I mean, the mushier you want them, the more milk, but you don't really need it. And I do let this sit overnight. So this is my breakfast, and I normally prep this the day beforehand. And then next we're going to go ahead on into my smoothies. I love to do smoothies throughout the day. So I'm going to be using some coconut, honey, as well as pineapple and cucumber. So one thing I've noticed is replacing my meals with smoothies actually has been helping me lose a lot of weight also. And with my smoothies, you know, I never was into putting the little veggies inside of there, but they're actually pretty good. And I've been doing a great job with just trying different smoothie mixes. So I can tell you guys about them as well. And if you're interested in purchasing anything for your smoothies, it will be linked in my Amazon store. I will be using the Ninja. And with this, I'm actually going to go ahead and use my skin peeler or whatever thing and pretty much take off the skin of the cucumber so I can dice them up. So you can do it in slices like I did, or you can dice them up. Today I'm going to use the diced up ones. I'm going to put a little bit of coconut water inside of there. And then I'm going to add some pineapple in. The pineapple definitely does sweeten it up. So if you want yours to be a lot more sweeter, you just need to be more mindful of what kind of fruit and vegetables you're putting in, because I typically like my smoothies to be super sweet. And I'm also going to put like a spoonful of honey in as well. And if you guys are interested in purchasing this bullet or blender, it will be linked in my Amazon store underneath. I'm pretty sure I'll put it underneath like kitchen appliances or something like that. So definitely check it out as well. So I'm just going to blend it. And then with this, I typically have to shake it up to get everything all together. But I just love smoothies because I think it's a great way to get in all that extra like nutrients and different vegetables that I typically probably wouldn't eat, or fruits, but blended together, they actually taste super, super good. And a tip I learned is if you want your smoothies to be thicker, you should have your fruit and everything to be frozen. But if you don't want them to be thick and you want them more like a juice, then you pretty much just use them as is. I like mine to be runny depending on the smoothie it is. And then other ones, I like them to be a little bit more thicker. This is another berry smoothie I made as well. So we're going to move on to lunch. So I'm going to go ahead and use these pretzels as well as this 100% whole wheat bread. I do like to have avocado, but it goes bad so quick. So I do like it packaged, as well as a tomato and some onion. And I think that's it. Oh, yeah. And then we have some baby spinach as well. Now, this ingredient I actually took away from one of my favorite places to eat called Clean Juice. That's also another key point of things you guys can do if you're looking for ingredients. When you go to like these healthy spots, if they are making the food and they have all the items listed that's in the actual food or actual meal, they will, well, typically if you're at a healthy spot, they do list every single thing that they put in that actual entree. So with this, I was like, oh, okay, let me go ahead and get all the ingredients. And when I tell you, honey, I pretty much made the same exact thing for a cheaper price. And then for the avocado spread, you can get them in a bigger form. But I do like the mini cups that are individually packaged, just because it helps the avocado to last a lot longer. It will go bad so quick. Like if you're not using it within like 2 days, sometimes 3, it's gonna go bad. So with me, I really, really, really like the little packaged ones, because it allows me to use this one little cup, and then, you know, everything else is still sealed and they just last for way longer. And then I'm just pretty much gonna go ahead and make my sandwich with all the different ingredients I showed you guys. It is going to be a turkey slice on here as well. I don't think I actually showed that. And then I'm pretty much just gonna toast my sandwich. Doing it at your own leisure of how you would like it as well. But this is a super, super good meal, and it's actually really tasty. And if you guys want the ingredients also, I will list everything in a bio, because that will make it a lot more easier. And when I toast it, I only toast it for maybe like, not even gonna hold you, maybe like 2 minutes. I'm actually gonna plate it with my dill pickle, and this was only 5 calories, so you know I love me a pickle. And then we're gonna use some of the pretzels I have, but I'm just using the serving size because pretzels really aren't that good for you with like the salt and stuff. But I just love pretzels, and I be needing some type of pretzel or chip with a sandwich. I don't know if I'm the only one, but yeah. And now we're going to move on to another meal that I really, really love. And this is one of my all-time favorites, is squash and zucchini. So I'm going to be making squash and zucchini tonight. So I'm just cutting up my zucchini, honey. And don't worry, honey, I know what I'm doing with the knife. It look a little scary, but I got this. And I'm just going to actually cut up my squash as well. With the zucchini, I do typically cut those a little bit smaller than the slices that I do with the squash, just because the squash can actually fall apart if it's really thin. So I like to keep it a little bit thicker than the zucchini. And I put that all together and then just season it to my liking, and, you know, make sure I blend it all together, get it all together. And then I'm actually going to put some onion in there as well. I love onion. I feel like it gives it such a great taste. And I'm going to mix that up also. And then I'm actually just going to go ahead and put everything on the burner with a little bit of olive oil. I like to do enough to just kind of coat the pan. And once it gets warm, then I go ahead and add in all my ingredients. And then just kind of, shake them around, swirl them around, let them steam a little bit. And I make sure that I blend up everything. Like that onion was over there like all together. I try to make sure everything is like spread out equally. In this process, it doesn't take long for the squash and zucchini to actually cook. So typically it'll only take me about 7 minutes to make it. And then we're going to cook some shrimp. I'm going to put some water in a pan, not that much though. And then I put the shrimp on top, but I put just enough water to cover over the shrimp. Now I'm going to cook this with some Old Bay. I don't think Old Bay is like the best, but it ain't no way I'm cooking them shrimps without Old Bay because number one, I'm from Maryland. But I think that for what I do, it's been working for me. I've lost about, almost 10 pounds now. Oh, I guess about 10 pounds now. So it's been really working for me, just, these meals that I cook. Because my whole thing is I want to have like a healthy relationship with food. I don't want to make myself starve or eat things that I really just don't want to eat. I think my whole thing was doing portion control and like smaller portions of what is actually a serving size versus like whatever I wanted to eat. Because typically I could sit there and eat like 20 shrimps, but I'm like, okay, that's not the best thing to do. And this is some quinoa rice. I love rice, and rice is such a huge carb. So I wanted to substitute that out with something else, and I decided to use quinoa, and it's actually really, really good when you cook it. The clip I did of cooking it, I have no clue where it's at, but I pretty much just cooked it with some chicken broth, or you can use water. Typically I'll use water though, and then I just season it a little bit to my liking of just my typical seasonings in my house. And then here is the finished product of the squash and zucchini, as well as the shrimp and the quinoa. This is a good, clean meal. I don't feel like heavy or bloated after eating it. And also, I feel like that is super tasty, and it's typically what I would eat anyway. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video of watching me eat what I eat in a day or cook what I eat in a day. And if you guys want more videos like this, just comment below and let me know. And I will see you guys in my next one. Mwah. See ya.